Hey there, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Hey guys, once again. So obviously today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you can tell, I've never spoken about anything like this before, and honestly I'm kind of nervous because this is about to get real vulnerable real quick. But I really have felt it so strongly that I needed to do this sort of video. I mean, it's fitting that it's a mental health awareness month, but even aside from that, I just have felt this so strongly, and I feel like lots of people are going through stuff and they are trying to navigate the healing process and constantly get to this point where they have to ask themselves, like, will I ever heal? And I am here to tell you that same. I have asked myself that multiple times. You know, it's very, very easy to get discouraged by the healing process because it's not linear, it's not straightforward, it is actually very messy. Very messy, you know, depending on what it is. In fact, no matter what it is you're healing from, whether it's trauma from your past, abuse, or a breakup, or, you know, just stuff, because people, one thing you have to realize, everyone is going through something or has gone through something. So I intend to just give you guys some things that have helped me as of recent and continue to help me, you know, to navigate this thing, because honestly it is a journey and a half. Okay, I would say the first thing that has helped me to navigate healing processes and even my healing right now is God. I mean, I feel like you guys would already know me to bring this up because God is literally my life. But yeah, I found that time doesn't actually heal, contrary to popular opinion. I don't feel as though time really does heal, because people have carried her from their childhood into their old age, and a lot of time has passed, but they're not healed. And so I just genuinely feel like, for me personally, God is the one who heals. God's love has a way of healing and covering the wounds and covering them in a way that helps them to heal properly, not in an unhealthy way, not by spiritual bypassing, which is basically just using spiritual concepts to slap on wounds that you have not confronted and dealt with in a healthy manner. So for me, that's what it's about. That's where I have found most of my healing has taken place. It's in God and God's presence. And if you would like me to talk a bit more extensively on this, then do let me know. But I'm going to move on to the next point real quick. Also guys, this is really unplanned. I am just speaking from my heart. So yeah, my second tip I would say is definitely having people around you, because trying to do this alone will leave you frustrated and going around in circles. I cannot count the number of times I have felt like crap and I have sent a message to my really good friends, or I have spoken to a loved one about it, and even when I haven't been able to speak, you know, just going and crying, you know, having people in your life that you trust enough to just sit with you and cry with you when that is all you can find the strength to do is something that is such an underrated blessing. But I feel like it's something that everyone needs, especially if you're trying to heal from something. It's so important to be able to have people around you that will not judge you, but will actually stand with you, cry with you when it's needed, help you understand that there is a shoulder to cry on. People around you in your life are there for a reason, especially people that are close to you. So it's really important that you understand that they love you and they're not burdened by you, and they are in your life for a reason. That's what friends are for. So make sure that you're not trying to deal with things on your own, and you're actually letting the people in your life know that you are struggling. It's okay to struggle. I mean, everyone is going through something, right? Like, healing is so messy, and it's so, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not what you ever expect it to be. It feels like one day you're good, and then in like another it's like you are hurting afresh, like it's just happened. And honestly, it's something that more people than you realize actually do go through. So yeah, my next point is, one thing that really helps me is journaling. And I always joke about this, but it's actually true. My notes app has gotten the brunt of everything that I always go through. So if I'm going through something, the notes app literally takes the most damage, okay? Because I will write and write and write, because it just feels like I'm actually not trapped in my head as it sometimes can feel. And being able to let things out in that way really does help me to clear my head, and it helps me to process things that I feel and why I feel those things, you know. It helps me because it's like, sometimes talking to people, you might feel like you're burdening them, or it might feel like a whole lot for people to handle, but sometimes I will just literally write all my feelings in my notes app. And for me, I'm Christian, I believe in God, so lots of times I will address them to God as well. It helps me so much because it feels like I have a dialogue going on between God and myself, and it really just helps me so much. But you know, some people prefer to journal in actual physical notebooks. I used to do that as well, but there are just times, okay, there are times that I have so much to write that I physically cannot write all of it down in a book. So that's why I opt for typing. But some people find it more cathartic to write in actual notebooks, so you can do that. But even if you don't like to write, some people might like to dance, some people like to sing, some people will go on walks, and some people will do some sports. They will do their hobby, they will create something. And so it's just so important to find what it is that you enjoy and what you'll be able to find an outlet in, because bottling things up and not doing anything with those emotions can be very self-destructive. So that's another way I would say that you can navigate your healing process. And I would say my last thing is that you need to understand that you are not a machine, right? And this process will not be linear. I'm telling you from experience, it is not linear, and that is okay. Practicing compassion and love on yourself. You need to understand that if you were trying to console a friend that was going through something, you wouldn't expect them to be okay in like 2 days. You wouldn't get angry at them for not being okay in the time that you expected that they would be. You would continue to nurture them and care for them until they were okay. So why don't you do that for yourself? And besides, God isn't doing that to you either. And this is one thing I found that has helped me a lot, is walking with God through pain. And a lot of people turn away from God because of pain, but I have found that turning to God because of the pain has drawn me closer to Him, because I realized that the God that I believe in is not a passive God. Neither is He judgmental, neither does He expect me to be fine as a matter of seconds. No, He is a God that will walk through, even in the messy bits, even in the parts that cannot be explained by any formulas or anything. He will walk through it with you. And I found that He has done that in my experience as well. So I have drawn nearer to God at this time. Many times that I have been on this healing journey, And I would implore you to do the same. Even if you're not Christian, I would implore you to search out your faith. If you have a faith, search out your faith. Look for answers, search for answers, do all that is necessary for you to find solace in that thing that you believe in. And if you don't believe in anything, I would honestly ask you to also try to search for answers, in any way that you can. Ask people questions, try to search for answers in any way that you see fit, to be honest, in any way that you see fit. But I would say my biggest piece of advice is don't rush this process and don't try to skip parts of it. Let yourself feel everything. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel all of the emotions. Because one thing I find is that nothing is forever. Nothing lasts forever. Not even the pain will last forever. And so there will surely be an end to it. There will surely be sun. There will surely be light at the end of the tunnel. And to answer the question, will I ever heal? The answer is yes. And this is not just a note to you guys, but a note to myself as well. You will actually heal. You will be better, because the odds are anyone watching this right now is going through something, is going through a hard time, or is just trying to heal, is on a journey, in a process. I want to say, first of all, I'm proud of you for still being on this journey and not giving up on yourself. And second of all, yes, you will heal, and no, it will not always be this way. You will be better. Better days are ahead. It's just important that you make sure that you go through the process and don't try to skip any parts of it. Understand that you are absolutely loved and you are valued and you are needed in this world. And I'm not there yet. The truth is, I am not there yet, and barely anyone has their life figured out as much as you think they do. So try not to compare your healing journey to anyone else's, because there is no such thing as one size fits all. Your own journey is unique to you, but just try as much as possible to be patient with yourself. And if you believe in God, then trust God that He has you and has a reason. Oh, sis is looking cute right about now. Sis is looking a bit cute. But yeah, so seriously guys, trust God. And if you're looking for a religion, if you're looking for something to hold on to believe in, Jesus is absolutely here for you, and He's not turning away from you. Absolutely not turning away from you. So yeah, I'm really proud of you, and I know that you will come out of this stronger than ever. And even if you wake up tomorrow and you're not okay, that's completely fine, because there's always another chance the next day. Thank you so much for watching. I pray that you have a blessed day. See you on the next one. Bye.